Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. We are so glad you joined us today. Today is move-in day. I'm a little overwhelmed and a little bit nervous, but we are going to talk about all things organization, and we are going from being just the leisure travelers to full-timers. So life in the coach is going to look a whole lot different than it has in the past.
So let's roll. So today is the big move-in day, like we just said, and boy, I tell you what, when you have days like this, it's important that you start days with this.
Yes, coffee time.
We love our coffee. We love to start, maybe you could say we're coffee connoisseurs, maybe snobs. I don't know if that's the right word or not, but we definitely love to start our day off with coffee, for sure. Tell them a little bit about our Breville.
Yeah, so one of the things that is definitely important to us and something that we want to have in the coach with us is the Breville espresso maker. And I have to say it's a big commitment because it takes up a lot of counter space. But it's one of those things we do every day. We enjoy it. And so figuring out how everything's going to fit around that, we'll figure it out.
And it's not a paid advertisement, by the way.
Yeah.
We just love the Breville. It's such a great way. Okay, so we start our day that way. How many of you start your day that way, off with coffee? And let us know, what is your favorite coffee bean, or if you have a favorite brand.
If you've got one you recommend, that would be amazing. We always are up for trying new things.
Okay, so we're getting ready to move into this place. And of course, as you guys know, when you're moving into, even if you're a part-time RVer, there, you know, and we've been part-time for years now, you still have dishes and the cups and the whole thing that stays in there, so you're not permanently moving something in and out of the house, or not very much anyway. But this is a little bit different for us because this time we are completely moving into here in a full-time capacity, which is very different from what we've done before. So we have stuff from the fifth wheel, we have stuff from the house, and somehow, by a miracle of God, we got to merge the two together in what, 600 square feet or so in the coach. So you have some miracles to perform.
I do. I mean, I can be honest. I am very nervous because looking at the cupboard space and obviously the counter space, it's very different than what we've had in our previous RV, and figuring out where everything's going to go. I think we'll probably be moving things around for a while until we just get the hang of, you know, those things that we need day in and day out, and probably moving things in and out of the RV as well.
Yeah, and like, you know what? So if you have any RV tips, hacks, organizational tips or hacks, put them in the comment below, because we would love to hear what those are and how you've organized. And we've got some that we're going to show you that we've done from the fifth wheel. We're going to see what carries over here to the coach. And stay tuned, because at the end we have a secret hack that is one of our favorites, but we're going to not reveal it till the end.
I would say it's definitely one of my favorites.
Definitely one of Chris's favorites. So stay tuned. We will reveal that at the end, because yeah, I can't give away any more than that. But it's awesome and something that we love. So are you ready to do this?
Let's do it.
We're going to take you on this journey. Here we go.
as we begin to find places and store things away, one of the things that is very important, and the difference between living full-time in a sticks and bricks house versus an RV, even though we're going to stay primarily in one place, we also have to think about when we get on the road and what that looks like. So one of the things that I've learned, and a tip that I use, or a trick that I use, is this rubberized matting. And as I stack all my pans and things, I put that in between them. And as you see, when I move it, you can't really hear that clinking around. So this is definitely a great tip. And then I also have put this on the bottom of our pantry so that when it sits on the floor, again, it won't move around when we're driving. Well, welcome to day 2 of our move. And I have to say, yesterday I was able to accomplish quite a bit. I actually did most of the work myself, but it was all about the kitchen.
Hey, wait a minute. Am I chopped liver?
You are not, but you know, I gotta know where everything is, and I'm very particular, which I'm sure if some of you know exactly what I mean. So it's interesting because in this move, we've got a couple things going on. We've talked a little bit about the fact that we're actually going full time. So not only are we, moving from our fifth wheel to a Class A, but we're also moving out of our sticks and bricks. And so we have for the last 5 years, we've brought stuff with us on the road that we have in our house, and obviously that goes in and out. But now it's figuring out what we can actually fit in this, in the coach that we can take with us on the road, and then obviously that we can live with each and every day. So it's been interesting, and if you live in an RV or if you travel in an RV often, it's like everything's got to be tucked away. And when you move in, you have to always consider, okay, I have access to it today, but it also needs to be secure when I'm on the road as well. So,
you know what, I think on that thought, Chris, we should ask you guys. So share some of your moments with us, some of your moments where you haven't had something secure in your RV. Surely, I think our first day in this coach leaving Dave Brothers RV, we forgot to lock up the refrigerator doors,
yeah.
which is a standard thing that we would never forget. However, I don't know, it slipped our mind and we turned a corner and we were like, what was that?
The door flew open and I can't remember what came out, but thankfully nothing broke. But yeah,
So leave us a comment below. Share your...
Well, and I remember it's funny because somebody gave us a tip. We have a Berkey, and so when we were in our fifth wheel, somebody suggested that we use the rubberized mats, and if you put the Berkey on the rubberized mat, that would hold it in place. Well, we obviously hit a very large bump because when we went into the fifth wheel, when we got to the campground, the Berkey was all over the floor and the water was everywhere, which obviously water in a camper is not a good thing. So lesson learned, I would never do that again. But the Berkey is something that we'll be bringing back into the camper for full-time living. So I just thought I'd just kind of give you a little bit of an update just to show you what we've got going on. There's still a lot more moving in that we've got to do. And I can tell that, as I put things away, I'm going to have to probably move them around until I just get really used to where things are. But we can start over here. This actually is a lot of our kitchen gadgets right now. So I put a lot of them in crates, which I'm actually going to label. And then it's like learning to have the ones that are going to be used the most, easiest to pull out. And then, obviously, whoops, I'm tripping over crates. Having the dishes secure, we decided When we were on the fifth wheel, we had plasticware and paper cups and paper plates, but we decided because we're going to be doing full-time living and we'll primarily be in one spot, we wanted to bring our real dishes with us from the house. So we brought in our stoneware, and so, you know, just finding some things on Amazon, which we can put in our link below, just some things to secure the plates so when we're on the road, they aren't going to be flying all over.
You mean we don't want any flying saucers?
No,
Oh,
no
that's
flying
a good one.
saucers or broken dishes. But as you can see, you know, I've got a lot of our dishes over here, and again, using the rubberized matting, you can tell things stay in place, and just tucking them in tight enough so that they're secure when you're on the road. And, you know, utilizing this rubberized stuff to put in between anything that might, you know, shake or make noise, so that it's not a bunch of stuff jiggling around on the road. So I've got just a tiny bit of space left over here, but I've got, you know, glasses in here that are secure so that I know that we're on the road. They're not gonna, you know, break. And then we're still working on this area. We don't have anything tucked away under the kitchen table yet, so that's a space that we still have yet to utilize.
We should talk about those awesome Costco yellow microfiber rags.
Oh my gosh, yes. We use them for everything.
And let us know too, guys, in the comments below. Like, do you guys use those for just about everything, like we do? You can't beat them for the price.
And they're, yeah, you can throw them away when they get gross or just toss them in the washing machine. But we use them for everything inside and outside of the camper. But I've still got, so on this side, you can see I still got some open spaces. This is actually going to be slated for my pots and pans. And then over here, this is supposed to be Ryder's cupboard. So all things Ryder will be in this cupboard. And then if you want to come back, I can show you what I've done so far. So
this is a very important cabinet,
yes,
which is why it gets the most space.
All right, come around, you can look in. Everything, primarily everything is in a plastic container, obviously to keep that carpet clean, but then it also makes it easy just to slide things in and out. So yeah, so we've got, yep, our coffee syrups up here. We took our espresso maker in last night. We had brought it out yesterday just to see how it was going to work in here, and so there.
But soon it will be living in here.
Soon it will be living in here permanently. And then we're still figuring out what to do with this space. I've just, you know, got some stuff off the counter, but you know, with this little shelf up here, obviously there's not a lot of room. I could bring it down, but I was able just to find a plastic bin where I could easily, you know, store things in and then pull it in and out to see what's in there. And back in here, we tucked away all of our glasses and just a couple of bowls that we like to use in the microwave. And believe it or not, I was actually pleasantly surprised at how much and how easy it was to get things up here. So we've got things for our Instant Pot up here, our air fryer, some plastic containers, storage containers, and there's still even a little bit more room. And then back here, I haven't yet, just threw some stuff in here, but it's obviously very narrow.
You should show everybody those cool gourmet glasses.
So Michael actually had me pick these up. I think we got them at Costco.
Does that not say fun
Right?
and RVing on it? I don't know.
But they're glass, so they have to be kept secure so they don't clink together and break. And then this, I love it, was Michael's idea. We didn't know what to do with this space, but we've got these coffee cups that are in this tall, wire holder, and it just was a really easy space to put those in. We can pull them out and put them on the counter when we want to use them, and we're still figuring out what to do with this space. And this drawer too, right? This drawer I'm still trying to figure out if we want to put the Reynolds wrap and the different things that are long and narrow in here.
Wait, let's take a poll.
Yeah.
Okay, so I suggested yesterday, and we don't have anything in here to demonstrate, but for those of you like us, we love our Yetis. We have a bunch of Yeti cups. And I was telling Chris, hey, we could line the Yeti cups in here And then she put that in there. So leave us a comment below. Let's take a vote. Do you Yeti cups in this drawer or Glad plastic ring? I don't know. It's a big debate.
Yeah, it'll probably end up being Yetis, but because we did put.
See, there we go.
Yeah, we've got the plastic wrap and the Ziplocs over here too. So obviously with these long skinny drawers, as I showed you yesterday, still trying to figure out what to do with this one. And down here we've got all of our pot holders, just some storage stuff, some grommets. And then under here, this still needs to be organized, but I think we've made the decision that we're going to put all of our cleaning supplies under here. And we'll store everything that we need to clean the bathroom, the kitchen, the whole rig, primarily under here, unless it deals with outside. And then I'll get a garbage can that we'll put right here. So something that we're gonna need to order. But is that it?
I think you got the pantry.
Oh, and then of course, how
Your
could I
favorite
forget
spot.
the pantry? Yes. So, yep.
It looks a little different from yesterday.
Looks a little bit different from yesterday. And obviously this is our tallest drawer with the most height available. So we've still got some things in our kitchen and our home that we'll be putting in here, as well as down here on the bottom. And as you can see, I've lined everything with the rubberized matting to help from things slipping and sliding around. So just some of our bakeware stuff, and again, you know, figuring out what we're going to use and not use. And you know, we have no idea what we'll put in here, but it's nice to keep things well organized. So for now, again, I'm sure things will rotate in and out depending on how.
Well, what about your space all the way at the bottom?
Oh yeah. So I was wondering where I'd be putting like the pans and the cookie sheets. And so as you can see down on the bottom, we put the rubberized matting down there, and I've got a cookie sheet and a couple, I changed it out from yesterday. I think we might have showed them this yesterday, but I went and I got some of my glass dishes as opposed to the metal, and then obviously put, you know, things between them to keep them from rattling around. But this really keeps it secure in here. So one of the things I forgot over here was this amazing silverware drawer. So yes, it's got a lot of stuff in it. I know, like, one of the things I know I'm gonna miss from home is I've got a really nice knife block, and unfortunately it's just one of those things that isn't gonna make its way onto the counter because there's not enough room for it. So, you know, I've got to keep all of our sharp knives back in here, and but it pretty much fits everything that we need or use day to day. So I love this drawer. This is definitely winner chicken dinner when it comes to space in the kitchen. So welcome to day 3 of our move-in. Today actually was supposed to be our bedroom and our bathroom, but unfortunately we had a little setback, and that involved having to purchase a couple new batteries for the RV, which we will tell you in another day.
Wait, we had a setback? Was that really a setback?
It was a little bit of a setback.
It was a surprise.
And it was costly, to say the least, but it's part of the process. So
that's right. See, I'm not really an RV mechanic, but I do play one on YouTube. Yeah, so we decided, you know, we're going to finish this. This is the kitchen, and we've been lugging stuff, you know, in and out of here, figuring out the puzzle pieces. And so stay tuned, because we are going to have a part 2 to this video where we're going to talk about organization of the bedroom and the bathroom.
Yes. So what I did was, I was actually going to save this for another video, but since we're still in the kitchen, I wanted to share with you the cookware that I purchased. So as I've shared in the past, and you've heard me talk about the fact that one of the things we learned is that, you know that we now have an induction cooktop, which with that requires different apparatus, different pots and pans. They have to be made specifically for the induction cooktop. And so I got online and researched all the pots and pans we have, and none of them qualified. So that meant I had to order something new or purchase something new. And so I got online, I started doing a little bit of research, and I was actually just researching induction cookware. And one of the first products that I came across was this Carotte, which interestingly enough, the first review that I read was somebody who owned an RV and had purchased these purposely for the RV because of their stackability. And so, you know, obviously pots and pans take up a lot of room, and so finding something that you can consolidate and easily tuck into a small space was a mission impossible, or at least it felt that way. But it seems like this product is going to do the trick. So I thought I'd do the unboxing with you. This is the first time I'm pulling this out. So, oh, the lids, you can see, are flat, which obviously makes it easier to store, but I've yet to put the handles on, right? They do come with handles. So there are two lids. And then it looks like this is a lid that you could put on one of the pots and put it in the refrigerator and store it. So, oh, we've got these beautiful handles. I'll show you, they're gonna look awesome. They're gold, so they'll look really nice on there. Be a little project for me. And then here is the first pot, and it looks like this little lid fits in there, and I love it. So let me pull, there's
Non-stick pans.
Non-stick pans. And so part of what I liked was the fact that the handles are actually removable. So this is obviously something new for me. Let's see. Ah, there we go. So it looks like you just lock that on there.
Nice.
Like that, right? And then,
so that means before you go to hit me over the head, you're going to have to do some digging to find a handle.
yeah. And I love it. So here's, move these. So pan number 2. And then this is awesome. So they come with these inserts to put inside of the pans for storage. One, obviously it protects it, but then keeps it from rattling around and making noise. So then, all this garbage.
I don't know if pots and pans make any noise rattling going down the road, do they?
Oh, I think so. So then we've got in here, this is our first fry pan. So again, this is so cool. So it's literally that easy. So you've got, I don't know, what is that? Maybe an 8-inch fry pan. And put that in there. Next pot. And then, oh, just keeps on coming.
It's just like Christmas.
I know. So then you've got the next size, which is a nice deep fry pan too. One more. And then the final size, the final fry pan. So that's probably, what did you say? That's probably 10 inches?
Yeah, it says 10.
10 or 12 inches. So
look at how they stack up. So nice.
So it comes with 2 of these handles, which is awesome. So I can use 2 pans at the same time, which is nice. I noticed that some of them only came with 1. So there'll be 2 handles, which you can put in there. What else did it come with? It came with a ladle and a spatula. There we go. And then, last but not least, So these are, what you call them? Pull this all out to figure out how to put all that together. Oh, trivets. That's what these are. These are trivets. So they're like little hot, you put your pans on them on the counter or on the table, right? So they go, they can store, I don't know, maybe you can do it like this, however. Oh,
Interesting.
yes. I don't know, maybe you make pretty little something so they're separated. But definitely have to find a little place for that because I don't think I'd want to leave it on the counter. But these are really nice. So they're small and obviously easy to store as opposed to a normal trivet. But here's the test now. Let's see.
This is the big test.
This is
Drum
the big
roll,
test.
drum roll.
Will it fit?
Look at that.
Perfect.
Like
awesome.
This is what you were hoping that
This is exactly what I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And then I have the second half of this cabinet for more storage for the lids and then some other, probably some container storage containers. But this is exactly what I was hoping for.
We could buy a whole nother set and sit it right next to it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but
I don't think that's a lot of cookware right there. So, you know, I think that should do the trick.
yeah, I think so too. Wow, that turned out nice.
Yeah.
Just what we were hoping for.
Exactly what we were hoping for. Now I have to clean up all of this mess.
So what a video. So it's been quite the week for us, moving in, adjusting in, combining fifth wheel stuff with house stuff. It's still a work in progress.
It is definitely a work in progress. And I know that, you know, again, once we get moved in and start living full time in this space, I'm sure things will get moved around and we have the ability to store some things fairly close to us outside of our RV, which is nice. So we can kind of, you know, utilize that space for a little bit of our overflow, and that helps as well. In addition to a storage unit, which we'll be getting for a lot of our furniture and other stuff that we'll be emptying out our home with right now. So
let everybody know, like, so the crates and totes and all that stuff that we have acquired so far, let everybody know where you've purchased that stuff.
Oh, yes. A lot of the storage stuff that I purchase, Walmart, the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has really reasonably priced and decent quality crates, depending on what size you want. And I know the crates that we've used in this space, which are pretty solid, these were from Walmart, and we'll probably be purchasing some more of those. And then we've ordered some additional storage stuff that will be containers and things that we'll be utilizing in the bedroom and the closet, which we'll show you when we get to that space. But obviously, you know, again, everything that gets stored in an RV, you know, not only needs to be accessible for day-to-day living, but it also has to be stored in such a way that when you're driving down the road, that it's also secure. So that's the main thing, you know, when we're thinking about, you know, putting everything away, it has to have a place that is secure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. I know I'm still behind the camera here, but we appreciate you watching our video, and stay tuned. We're going to have part 2 coming up next week. Our videos we've been putting out on Sundays at 11 a.m. So leave us a comment. Please leave us a comment on anything that you've seen. Give us your RV tips. What have you done for any innovative storage hacks?
Oh, we'd love to hear about that.
Any RV tips. We would love to hear them all. So please leave us a comment below. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel, we would be honored if you would do that, and if you'd give us a thumbs up and hit that notification. And what happens, Chris, if they hit that notification?
They get a reminder about one of our videos.
Absolutely, and you don't want to miss that because they're epic. Each one is epic. So with that, we say God bless.
And safe travels. See y'all real soon.